A while back, I published a video essay where I deconstructed Negan's moral and leadership philosophy. And in that specific video, I concluded that Negan, as the leader of the Saviors, was a terrible and unethical leader. But as you all should know by now, Negan is a much different character today than he was during seasons 6 through 8. And it's quite abundantly clear that The Walking Dead kept his character around for the purpose of redeeming him, especially since Rick Grimes was no longer part of the show. Writers needed another strong character because Daryl and the rest of the cast wasn't enough to carry the show on their own. That being said, it still stands to ask, is Negan truly a redeemed character? Oddly enough, this is still a question that people grapple with today, especially in light of his new spin-off series, Dead City. In order to answer this question, we must first define redemption. According to Google, which gets its definitions from Oxford Languages, the concept of redemption is defined as the action of saving or being saved from sin, error, or evil. It can also mean the act of regaining or garnering possession of something in exchange for payment, or the clearing of a debt. According to Webster Dictionary, redemption is merely the act of being redeemed. So what does it mean to redeem? The definition for redeem, insofar as Google is concerned, is the act of being compensated for the faults or bad aspects of something. This, of course, includes the atonement of an individual to make amends for their previous sins or evil doing. Now, according to Webster, redeem can mean many things, but for the purpose of this video, the definition which fits our needs the best is the one which states that redeem is the act of changing for the better or the act of atoning. As you can probably tell by now, the act of being redeemed or achieving redemption has little, if anything, to do with justice, but rather more so with the idea of an individual truly changing their ways. Where justice seeks to hold persons accountable for their actions, redemption has more to do with one's proverbial soul. What this ultimately means is that Negan may very well deserve death for his past actions, but he could also simultaneously be a redeemed character. I'm pointing this out now, that way we can put to bed the comments that I know some of you will be posting. With that said, in order to determine whether or not Negan is a redeemed character, we're gonna have to start off with his intentions, precisely because a person with noble intentions is capable of being saved. A person who intends to do good but ends up doing bad is far more likely to change their ways than the person who never intended to do good works to begin with. And in this regard, it is abundantly clear to me that Negan truly believed he was doing something good as the leader of the Saviors.
No, we kill people. No, this is about what you did to us. What you did to so many people. How you made people live for you. How you put people under your boot.
I save people.
Michonne.
As time went on in the Walking Dead universe, Negan began to acknowledge the faults of his past life as the leader of the Saviors.
See, the sad part is that you thought for even a second that those folks would see you for anything but who you truly are. Which is me. You're a clown. A cult of personality with no cult. About to lose my wife, I was about to lose everything. And I finally understood what you must have felt. Look, I know that I probably owe you more than this, but I am so sorry for what I took from you and what I took from your son.
And when presented with a stranger who idolized his former ideology, he found himself disgusted. When said stranger then killed a woman and her child, in the name of the Savior way, Negan straight up killed the stranger and avenged the death of the family.
What do you think? I passed, right? I am me!
It should be rather obvious to anyone watching the show, or this video, that Negan's intentions are noble enough for him to acknowledge his faults and genuine enough to cause him to slowly change his ways throughout the latter half of the series. It must also go without saying that he has indeed endured a significant amount of punishment. He literally hit rock bottom in a prison cell and spent roughly 7.5 years in captivity. Many characters at the onset of Negan's redemption arc question the man's authenticity. And you know what? Who can honestly blame them? He caused these people so much harm in the past.
James, too.
What do you want?
If you're not gonna kill me, then maybe you could learn to trust me a little bit.
What's wrong with you? I've been putting my neck on a block for you people all goddamn day.
You don't give a damn about us. If you gave a shit, you'd leave.
You think because I agreed to this thing that we're friends now? We're not friends. Because I haven't forgotten for one goddamn minute what you took from me.
You were gone for a long time. Things change, people change.
No. Maybe you've got them fooled, but not me.
But time after time, Negan saves these people when he could have eliminated them or left them for dead.
I like it a lot. You should probably shoot me.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
We'll leave first thing in the morning. I mean, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Hey! Over here, shit, Nick.
Well, ding ding.
He even goes on to save the life of Judith Grimes, the very daughter of the man who dethroned him and imprisoned him for years.
I'm real glad I found you. Oh! Okay, kiddo. We gotta get out of this weather.
Dog too.
What?
We have to get him back.
Oh, the dog.
He also plays a massive role in defeating the Whisperers by eliminating Alpha himself. Hell, he even eventually offers to sacrifice himself for many of the people he was once at war with.
This prisoner has admitted to spearheading a rebellion.
The only times where Negan really acted in a shady manner was towards Maggie. And you know what? Who could fucking blame him? He didn't want to get killed by the widow whose husband he ruthlessly murdered with a bat. But even Maggie eventually came to realize that Negan is not the same person he used to be, that he is truly trying to redeem himself and that he could be trusted.
Even though I know that you're trying, I'm trying to. Because I don't want to hate you anymore.
And let's not even forget that Negan saved her son at one point.
Did you see a kid?
Affirmative.
Setting all of that aside, people often think the path to redemption is smooth, that to be redeemed, one must be perfectly redeemed. And you know what? This really isn't the case, just as it isn't the case for Negan. The man still occasionally tries to defend his actions as the former leader of the Saviors, probably in a vain attempt to not hate himself.
Levels of cruelty.
Look, all I'm saying is that I remember when my home was invaded and my people were killed. Those men, they had friends. They had girlfriends. People that felt a loss that I couldn't heal.
The man straight up told Maggie he would have killed everyone at the lineup if he could do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, if I could do it all over again, I'd have killed every single one of you.
And the way he handled departing with Ginny was also needlessly cruel despite it being born from noble intentions.
That's why I tracked you down to the farm. Why I let you tag along, because I knew you had no one. You're just a debt that I had to pay.
Despite these clear character flaws, I personally think that it's rather obvious that Negan is indeed a redeemed character. He has done almost everything he could do to atone for his past misdeeds and is genuinely a changed man who doesn't like the person he once was. Now, I'm more than aware that this conclusion is going to upset some of you. All for valid reasons as far as I'm concerned. If not for the effort to unite the communities, thus rendering the imprisonment of Negan to be necessary, Negan probably should have been given the death penalty, in the same way that most dictators tend to get the axe when the people dispose of them. But as I stated much earlier in this video, whether or not Negan deserved to be given a second chance is a different topic from whether or not he's a redeemed character. You may very well feel that he deserves to die, but you cannot deny that he has indeed been redeemed. He is not the same man he was, and he's not only served a considerable amount of time in prison, but he's also outright saved countless lives, only asking for the right to exist in return. Anyways, if you enjoy this sort of content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to smash that notification icon, that way you can be notified when I publish a new video. Remember that you may opine anytime if you feel so inclined down in the comments section as well. I'm Captain Gold, and I hope to see you in my next Gold Standard video.